Hey guys, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Sahara and I am here to discuss my July wrap up. We got a storm coming in Virginia tonight and I wanted to get this shot and hopefully another video shot before the storm hits. And yeah, that's pretty much been going on. And another thing that's been going on that I have failed to mention, part of the reason why I haven't been posting as much content is because I am opening an Etsy shop October 1st, where I will be selling crocheted, handmade bookish items. So like, here's a cute little book sleeve. I have a few book sleeves that I have put together that you could fit all of your reading in. Oh wow, I need to tuck those in. But look at how cute that fits in there. I haven't sold any yet, but I plan on opening my Etsy shop October 1st. But isn't this just adorable to story a little reading? I think it is. I'll let you know more details about that, but that's part of the reason why I haven't been filming as much or reading as much, because I'm trying to get these all made up and I'm making baby blankets, scarves, hats, all kind of stuff. I'll give you more information about my Etsy shop as it comes in, but although I said I haven't been doing much reading, July was kind of the exception because I did I did a lot of reading, 7 books, which is a lot for me, and some of these books are kind of thick. The first book that I read is called Song of Silver, Flame Like Night, and this is by Amelie Wen Zhao. I really enjoyed this book. I ended up giving it 4 stars. I love the characters in this book too. I believe there was a dragon in it that might have been, I've been reading a lot about dragons too, but I believe the dragon might have been my favorite character, even though the dragon was kind of bad from what I remember. I'm sorry I don't remember every detail, but I did enjoy that book. I also enjoyed this book. It's called The Infinity Courts, and this is by Akemi Dawn Bowman, and it has a sequel. I found the sequel for like $4 like 2 days after I read this book. I haven't started the sequel yet, but this book, it took turns. I'm telling you, from the first chapter, it took turns that I did not see coming. It's kind of a sci-fi YA book, and it talks about the afterlife, AI, and the shit we're getting into. I really enjoyed this book, and I want to say, oh crap, I gave it 5 stars. I enjoyed this book. I'm looking forward to the sequel. Can't remember the name. I think it was called Genesis War is the sequel. Oh, and another book that I was super excited about. It's a book that I got from Book of the Month. It's called Hester. And this isn't, let me see. Oh, I don't think it's fantasy at all. But oh my God, I love this book. I want to say I gave it 5 stars, and I did. I know the main character, she was a redhead, Isabel Gamble. And oh gosh, I don't even know where to start with this book. But this woman, she travels across country, and this takes place, I believe, in the 1800s. And yep, it does. It takes place in the 1800s. She marries a bastard. I believe his name was Nathaniel. And this girl, it's just watching this woman turn into just blossom into a beautiful woman outside of all of the terrible things that had happened in her life. I enjoyed every bit of this book, and it also it's based off of, it sparked my interest in The Scarlet Letter, written by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Because the main character, she is loosely based off of The Scarlet Letter, and I believe her name was Esther or something like that, but now I got to read Scarlet Letter because of Hester. I absolutely love this book, and I would love to read anything that Lori Lico Albanese writes. I'm definitely a fan. Great book, and I think I said it before, 5 stars. And the next book I read was The Foxglove King, and did I love it? No. I thought this book was so strange. And it did not need to be damn near 500 pages. It was slightly boring. Not boring, but it was okay. I'm trying to think of a part of the book that I loved most, and nothing's coming to me. Will I do a reread of this book? Probably not. But the other books that I mentioned, definitely. I ended up giving this book 3 stars, and I think I was probably being pretty generous. This is the first time I've ever I've ever read any books by Hannah Witten, and I'm gonna just say it was okay. It wasn't mind blowing or anything like that. No. Let's see. The next book I read, I also enjoyed. Golly, all of my books are trying to fall. Crap. The next book that I read, it's called This Golden Flame, and this is by Emily Victoria. Is that her name? Oh, that's weird. But this is an old Fairy Loot version that I got like maybe 2 years ago that I never read. This book was really, really good. I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. There's LBGTQ rep in it. Our main character, she's absolutely not a badass, but she's not boring either. I remember them, it's kind of had like a piratey feel to it. And she is asexual from what I remember. There's parts of this book where I don't read a lot of books with LBGTQ rep in it. Sometimes I feel like that type of representation, it's almost just thrown in an, I'm not going to say an uncomfortable way, but in a way that just doesn't seem natural. She included all kinds of representation in this book seamlessly, and I loved that. I love the characters in this book as well. Will I do a reread? Definitely. It's a great book. And the next book I read, it's another book that I got from Book of the Month. I'm trying to get my Book of the Month books read because I am strongly contemplating unsubscribing. I don't think I've gotten one Book of the Month book all year. This is from December 2021. It's called A Flicker in the Dark, and this is a thriller. Love the book. What did I get it? I gave this book 4 stars. The ending kind of cheesy, and did they have me fooled? Absolutely. But then again, I'm not really good at guessing who the bad guy is anyway. I suck at that. It did have me on the edge of my seat. Very, very disturbing topics. It had a lot of gore in it. Was it gore? Not so much gore. Maybe, yeah, there was some gore in this book, and I was just kind of like, but this girl, this woman, her dad was a serial killer of some young girls, and she becomes a therapist, and the killing starts again at the 20-year anniversary of the murders, and father is getting out of prison. Oh my God, very, very heavy topics in this book. I couldn't read like this type of book all the damn time. This is really a special occasion kind of thing, but I really enjoyed it. Gave it 4 stars. I can't even remember why I took the star off. I think because I didn't really like how the author wrapped it up. Another book that I read was Legends and Lattes, and this is by Travis Baltry. I got that book from the library, and because I'm such a good person, I returned it as soon as I finished it because it had a long ass waiting list. And this book, it was great. I love the characters in this book. I think the main character that I really liked was Vin, and he was helping our main character, I can't remember her name for the life of me, get the shop together. And as oh God, I'm not going to get into all the things that happen in this book, but it is a really warm, feel-good book, and it's almost like Newfound Family. Fucking loved it. Chef's kiss. That got 5 stars. And another book. Oh my God. Okay. I can't help it. I'm super excited about this book, and I know it's getting hyped, and not everybody is all that excited about it, but I am. I read The Fourth Wing. I gave that one 4 stars, but let me tell you, the first, I would say 50% of this book, absolute perfection. There's smut in it that turned me off. There's a few characters in it that turned me off. And the second half of the book wasn't nearly as good as the first half, but let me tell you, the last page of that book, I can't wait for the sequel. I loved this book. I'm trying to think who was my favorite character. Yes, the dragons were my favorite character. And this girl, she ended up having 2. I loved both of the dragons, but what human character did I like most? Definitely not the main girl. She was so freaking thirsty, and she like, oh my god, and she was morally gray too. And I'm not really into morally gray characters, but she was definitely morally gray. I didn't love her, but I loved this story. I can't wait for the sequel. In fact, I ordered the Fairy Loot version because I missed out on getting the first edition with the pretty dragons on the side that you can't find for less than $150 now. My library had it, and I contemplated. I had some ideas, but no, that one had a long waiting list as well. And because I'm a good, upstanding citizen, I returned the book. And that wasn't easy. Okay, and let's see, what was the next book I read? I also read a book called Kindred by Octavia Butler. I don't have that book. I listened to it on audio, and my God, this was a very, very difficult book to read or listen to. And it brought up topics that, oh gosh, the inhumane gore, and there was a lot of heavy, uncomfortable topics in this book, but it really makes you think about our past and how our past traumas can come on into today. I strongly recommend it if you want to learn a history lesson. But there's some parts of this book that took twists and turns that I wasn't necessarily a fan of. I want to say, like, if I was the main character, I would have been killed that dude. But anyway, I wasn't in that book. I gave it 3 stars. I can't remember why I took 2 stars off of it particularly. I think it was mostly because, like, why did she put up with all that damn abuse when she could have just went back to the present time and then never go back to the past? Yeah, there's time travel in this book, and the times that she went back to were not good times, especially if your ass was black. Anyway, the last book that I read was Cruel Illusions. And this is the Fairy Loot version. Very beautiful, but I'm considering selling it because I did not enjoy this book. This book, if I could have given it less than 1 star, I probably would have. The only reason why I gave it 1 star is because the idea was great. I really thought we were going to be slaying vampires and doing magic tricks, but that was not happening. It's newfound family, but the bitch was so boring. Like, and she wanted to be bad, but she wasn't bad, and all she wanted was family. I hated this book, honestly. And whether I would ever read anything by Marjorie, or how do you say her name, Margie Fuston, that's up for debate. I did not enjoy the length of this book, which was far, far, far too lengthy for me. We're talking 503 pages of pure boredom. Do not recommend. I might go ahead and sell it. If I don't, it's only because it has beautiful edges. Anyway, I'm super excited about the reading month that I had for the month of July. I also have a great month planned for August. I can't wait to share that with you guys. What did you guys read? What did you like? What did you rate it? I just need to know. I'm super excited about reading because actually this was the best month all year. I've been getting a lot of duds, and this one, super excited. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys next time. I got 3 books coming this month. I got the Fairy Loot YA, as well as the Illumicrate. I am excited about all 3 books, and I know what books are coming. I can't wait to unbox them for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm out of here because we got a storm coming. See you next time. Bye bye.